So there's, of course, there's a little flurry of things. I got to, yeah. I got to speak to the Speaker of the House in West Virginia. West Virginia Speaker.
Thanks, Ro. I hope there's no money in there.
With Ms. Gay, he said,
What? No, well, I'm the rules chair, but the chair of the whole convention is going to be the Speaker of the House for West Virginia. He's coming down and going to run the convention.
Did you hear about House Bill 767?
What is that about?
We tried to remove the ability for municipalities to set any zoning decisions in the county and state. Did you hear about that House Bill?
Well,
It's tough.
Municipalities' ability under 25,000 residents away from y'all to make
I did.
I didn't hear
yes.
about that
We're
bill.
gonna be here for that.
Who squashed it?
We'll be here for that. So what? We just know what time. It's gonna start that morning at 9 o'clock.
They're trying to take.
Okay.
Some are,
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. She'll be taking pictures of it. She takes lots of pictures. Yeah. Okay.
that's half of what we do.
Okay.
Right, but that's half of what we do. That's half of what we do.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. Okay. That's cool. We'll be back here. We'll be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But, okay. That's great.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good. I'm glad Rules is gonna squash it. I am gonna look to see
Yeah.
who,
Probably so.
hey, do you know
That's
what
the
that
last of the
House
month,
bill
right?
reads? How?
Yeah,
Hey,
my
do
kids.
you,
Yeah, they'll be here that weekend.
I'm gonna look for
Andrew,
that House.
did you hear? I know Brent's not coming. Did you hear
Come
from
on,
Drew
Vane.
if he's coming?
He's got a work thing going on.
So he's not coming. Okay. So we won't have a quorum for anything.
Yeah, we got a quorum for the rest of this.
Okay.
DOC, we're good.
We didn't have a quorum for the.
No, we had to have a four-fifths majority. Four-fifths.
Oh, the.
The removal of loading zone. Grant Street, owner's request, budget amendment, salaries.
We did the rest of the stuff.
Man, I can't get anything to come up on my computer.
He's so cool.
That's all that stuff. That's the Pumpkin Festival stuff. Yeah,
People coming.
I'm not seeing it. It's gone.
I just know people here.
Yeah, I thought it was with it. Yeah, here's the festival stuff.
Tell you.
Meeting versus committee.
We had a quorum for.
That's the only thing I got left here. I don't see anything else in it.
Ordinance that
Like the,
stipulates
I can
the
show you nobody here.
the budget stuff and all that. Huh? It was. It's not now. Yeah, I don't have it.
Is it?
Did it come on to Andrew or you?
Okay. All right. It is 7 p.m. We're going to call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you'll please stand and face the flag. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, we have the determination of a quorum, so we do have that. Approval of last month's minutes. If there are no questions, we could get a motion to approve the minutes.
Make a motion, we approve minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We do need to set the meeting agenda tonight. There are some folks from the Pumpkin Festival here to present updates, and that was emailed out by Andrew. They'd love to give the commissioners update on the progress that they've made, and so if we could, please add that to the agenda. Are there any commissioners that would be opposed to adding that to the agenda for them to give us that update? We got the Boy Scout. We'll do it under new items, right after Boy Scout. Okay. All right, if we could get a motion to add it under new items for the Pumpkin Festival update.
Make a motion, we amend the agenda to add Pumpkin Festival updates.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Now, exciting stuff. Request to rehabilitate and utilize the Boy Scout hut to local American Legion, Post 91. Request permission to maintain and rehabilitate the existing building. All right, do we have any update on that from the state?
Actually, no. But, I was hoping, Mr. Mayor, if I may, to provide
Yes,
a little.
please.
So, given the guidance we've gotten to this date from the state, I was requesting of this board permission, and we've gotten nothing concrete to substantiate the date of construction or the predating of the construction of the Boy Scout hut prior to the Land and Water Conservation Fund grant. So I would request of this board permission to go to the state and be able to request their permission to maintain that structure going forward. And we can commission and need to, frankly, commission a survey of the town park anyway. We have commissioned a survey of the cemetery, Oakdale Cemetery. So it would kind of meld with that as well. So, and then once we establish that, if it's the board's desire, then we can request to utilize that property in part for the American Legion post, but other public purposes as well. So I just need the permission of the board to move forward with that.
So we could entertain a motion to request the town manager to move forward with his communications with the state to continue on with the Boy Scout hut project.
And the other items that you need permission for that too?
Not particularly, Commissioner Lucas, but I mean, certainly we can, I think mainly for the Boy Scout hut project, yes, ma'am.
I make a motion that we give the town manager the go-ahead to permission to go ahead with the Boy Scout.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, moving on to new items. We would love to hear from the Pumpkin Festival update. So we have some of the volunteers that are working on the different categories, and we'll call Miss Cindy. She took the lead on the application, and all of the others that are here. If you're here to speak tonight, which it won't take long, I promise. Could you just stand up? I believe there are 4. We've got Cheyenne and Tina, Cindy and Ashley and Stephen. Okay, so it won't take too long. They just want to
We need
give
go into open
updates. Yes, go ahead.
Make a motion, we go into open session.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, if you'll please tell us about the updates and what you have. They've been working so hard.
And I am in charge of coordinating the Spring Night Pumpkin Festival parade. And we are trying to keep in tradition with the way the parade has always gone. However, we are going to avoid Ash Street and Main Street. You can see that on your map and your paperwork. Just, for safety of everyone. So, we would just ask that you guys would grant us a permit so that we can get started. We've got a lot of stuff already going, and we're just waiting on that permit to get approved, and we would really like for you guys to do that for us.
Would anyone else like to speak? Tina?
Yes, hi, my name's Tina Norfield, and I am the food vendor coordinator this year, and so far I have reached all of our past vendors, and there's about 14 of us that have been here at the Pumpkin Festival, and out of 14, we've only got one that so far that said they can't be here because they've already scheduled something else. So anyway, but we do have a few others that are interested in being here, so we're gonna try to keep everything kind of like so everybody can be on board and have a good time and enjoy some good old food. So I'm looking forward to everybody coming and being part of the Pumpkin Festival.
How many food vendors are signed up?
We have 7 that have actually fully paid and done everything. Their applications are complete. They are ready everything's done. So we do have a couple applications that don't have everything complete yet, but they are working on that. So then we have a couple of other vendors that were here a couple of years ago that have reached out to me and they're wanting to come back. So as long as we don't like put too many vendors to selling the same thing, because we want everybody to be profitable. So they'll come back next year. So about 15, 16 vendors we should be having.
This is a good time for any special foods that we would like to see there. The commissioners, any foods or special things you'd like to see there, we could ask Tina if she wanted to reach out to any. So if y'all have a favorite food or a favorite food vendor, please just let us know and we'll definitely reach out to them. Likewise in the community, if anybody's got a favorite food vendor, just let us know and we'll definitely reach out to that food vendor. So fantastic job. And that totals what, 7? You said 7, and I believe that's at 450. Around 3,000.
Yes.
Okay, so around 3,000 in food vendor entries on our way to the goal. So fantastic. Congratulations on that. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of it and volunteering.
Yes, I've enjoyed it.
Okay, who would like to speak next on the Pumpkin Festival updates? Ashley, the family zone. I've heard a lot about this.
Hi, I'm Ashley Brumfield. I'm doing the Kids and Family Activity Zone. We already have partnered with the Boys and Girls Club, so we already have a partnership, so we already have all the field day activities. We're getting a photo booth, we're getting, what else did she have for us? We're getting, the hot dog machine, the popcorn machine from them, so they're supplying a lot. And we've already got invoices from Rock Ball, Mr. Bubbles, and a couple other things. We're just waiting on the go-ahead so we know what we're doing and when we're doing it. But we have a lot planned, and we can't wait.
I heard about the simulator trailers that y'all are looking for, which it's like a game trailer where you can really drive like an excavator.
Yeah.
Yep. And what?
Well, we got the invoices from it, so we have like a total of what it's gonna cost, but I don't wanna put any numbers down until we have numbers set. So we're waiting on that, but other than that, we're just waiting on the go-ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much for volunteering. Thank you for being here. Okay. Stephen, marketing and merchandising.
I'm Steve Brumfield. I'm part of the leadership team. We chair of the marketing and merchandising committee. So there's a lot of things that we're doing. We've already rebranded. I don't know if you've seen the logo floating around on Facebook or something like that. We've already rebranded the Pumpkin Festival completely, give it a whole new look. Mr. Mayor is drinking out of a cup that's already branded with the new logo. But there's some things that we can do as far as marketing is concerned. Our efforts are going to ramp up as we get to the Pumpkin Festival. So right now we're just trying to build a database. Our biggest thing is that all of us have different things we need to do, different things we need to sign contracts and schedule things, but we really need to have our go ahead because we're kind of getting to the point where we really shouldn't go any further without having that. So that's what I want to say. We've got a lot of exciting things. Matter of fact, I'll say it, I've reached out to a national brand for a potential partnership. It may not happen this year, but I did get some response. It's something that could take a year or so to actually achieve. So down the road, it might really, really, really get a facelift.
Who is it?
Can I tell?
Who is the Nestle
Nestle,
with
pumpkin pie filling.
the Libby pumpkin pie filling? That would be a good national sponsor.
That is a small potential. I have some experience with landing larger partnerships like that, but we'll see.
And these folks are so modest. They're doing social media, TikTok, Instagram. They're working with shirt designs, graphic design, flyers, and so they're not just saying, "Well, we're doing this one phone call." They are doing a lot. And thank y'all, all the volunteers. There's a lot of phone calls happening. Thank y'all. Okay, we've got Cheyenne. She's with sponsorships, and we've got some good numbers. Good numbers.
Hey, my name is Cheyenne, and I'm helping with the team that's gathering sponsorships for this year's Pumpkin Festival. I've had the privilege of speaking with a lot of people that have, and businesses that have supported the Pumpkin Festival in previous years. and some new businesses that would really like to have the opportunity to be a part of it this year. A lot of the past sponsors are so excited whenever they heard that we were trying to make this happen again this year. They've all voiced that they were a little upset whenever they heard that a tradition that's been going on as long as it has was going to be no more. So they were very excited when I reached out to them. We currently have about 15 committed sponsors for this pumpkin festival this year, and several more that are kind of looking over the material. We've sent out mail thanking people for their previous year sponsorships, and reached out to, again, lots of new businesses, some businesses that have never been a part of it. We've got sponsors ranging from Wake Forest to Rocky Mount, Spring Hope, Nashville,
Wow.
Lewisburg. We've got people that love the idea of making sure that this happens. So I think it's great that we have the opportunity, and we would love to be able to continue pushing forward and extending this opportunity to show off these great businesses and to allow them to benefit by their advertisements at our event. So we would love if you would allow us to continue.
Thank you so much. Do you have a rough total of sponsorship dollars?
I don't. I think we're close to somewhere of, you mean like what we've received? So
Or promised, received and promised, what the total?
we are close to, I think, 9,000.
Yep. Okay. Congratulations. That's great. Because I know I've got around 6,000 right here in this envelope in checks. And you know the first check we got? The very first check we got was from Commissioner Tommy Tony's family with Tony Funeral Home. That was the very first check that we got in the mail. So thank you for being a supporter and your family being a supporter of the Pumpkin Festival. Thank you. Would anyone else that's with the committees like to speak before we go back into regular session? Oh, wait, yes, the garden club is decorating for the parade. That's right, that's right, that's right. Yes.
Well, my ladies learned how to make bows. We've got the bows all taken care of. We've contacted all the farmers that were going to supply the pumpkins and the corn stalks and the bales, and everything's looking good.
It is.
But I need to talk to you about midpoint.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Otherwise, we're very excited about it.
Very good. So it's a group effort. It's a lot of people that have pulled together, a lot of different committees and people. And so thank you all. We commend you for your volunteering and your diligence to make sure that we're doing things the right way that the attendees and the residents are looking for. Thank you all. And we are in public. This gentleman would like to speak.
It's just a quick question for you. Have you guys reached out to the DOT, and are you developing a traffic control plan for this festival?
Yes, sir. I have been approved by the DOT.
Okay,
And
good.
yes, sir. And we've,
Have you reached out to Ms. Kim Moore yet, the district engineer?
yes, we've got the barricades coming and everything. Yes, sir. Got it all covered.
Thank you.
Anyone else? If not, then appreciate y'all for your updates, and we can go back into regular session.
Make a motion, we return to regular session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Where did he come from? Okay, so thank y'all for adding it to the agenda. They've given their updates. There was an application in you all's packet if you wanted to review that and see if you have any questions. Now would be a great time to really see how far along they've come, because they've done a lot. So any questions or comments, they would love to hear from you all. Volunteers would love to hear from you. Any questions about the application?
Mr. Mayor, if I may, the parade route is problematic. And the chief and I have met with Ms. Ridgway on a couple of different occasions and informed her as much. But yet, the application we see before us tonight has the problematic parade route, the traditional parade route. So Moreover, I don't think DOT has seen the details of this, because in order for the DOT to actually give an approval, you have to file for a permit. And in order for that to happen, this board would have to vote on it in advance of that permit. So I think that's a mischaracterization.
Why is the route problematic?
The route is problematic because many of these roads will be under construction.
Under construction for,
Water main, sir, and you know that.
okay. Do you have the schedule?
I don't have a schedule. We're still in permitting with the state.
Are there other roads they're going to be working on other than the ones, because the roads you listed were specifically the parade route. That was the only ones you listed.
Well, those are the roads that we were talking about. The plans are in the back.
You don't have a schedule?
I don't have a schedule to this point.
Okay. So we don't know for sure where construction is going to be?
No.
And we don't know for sure that it may
Well, we
not
know
be
for
on
sure
other roads?
where it's going to be. We don't know when it's going to be.
And is it going to be also in the area that you're referring to having it be located at? I think you had put in there a revised route.
Yes, we talked
In the
about a
area.
revised route. The only road that would be impacted by construction is a short part of South Ash Street.
Okay.
And it could have an alternate route down Poplar.
Any questions from the commissioners?
I would also point out to the board that this application is still yet light on details. It's still too far in advance to have a certificate of insurance. We still don't have a lot of the details in place. Typically, when the chamber was holding the event, it was a lot closer to the event. A lot of these things were tied down.
I commend you all for planning ahead and being so far in advance with your planning. Thank you for not wanting to be submitting application at the last minute. I commend you all for that. And as you're aware, insurance policies can't be purchased until within a certain time
aware
frame.
of
And
that,
you're
sir.
also aware that many event permits have been, please, I'm speaking. Many
wasn't
event
interrupting you,
permits
sir.
have been passed without a certificate of insurance, with the knowing that the event, with the contingency that insurance is submitted. That's happened many times. No one's pushing for anything except for you, Andrew. You're pushing for the route to be changed. No one's pushing for anything else.
I'm not pushing at all, sir. I'm just saying that if you establish this route, it could be a public safety issue. The parade may have to be canceled.
Why would it be a public safety issue? Help me understand. I'm trying to
You
understand
cannot
this.
have a parade route when roads are under construction.
How do you know when they're
open.
under construction? You said you don't
I
have a
can't
schedule.
say definitively, but if you're planning for
Okay.
this event, would
I
you
thought
have a
that's what
fallback
planning was
position?
for.
Okay.
I thought that's why you plan.
It's up to the board how they want to deal with it. It's their decision.
Well, the item itself for voting on approval or denial of the application isn't even on this agenda. So we would have to vote to put it on this agenda. But considering the fact that we're possibly going to be under construction for that parade route, I think we should wait until it gets put on the following month, whether we approve or deny the application. And at that time, we can have more information as far as whether or not roads are possibly going to be under construction, or if we can go and move forward with the proposed parade route. There's nothing to vote on,
Yeah.
unless somebody wants to make a motion.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we'll be able to wait till next month and we'll get some more information. The committees really wanted to proceed and move forward with what they were working on and their plans. And I definitely understand. And again, I mentioned to you all a few minutes ago that We're all here to support you all. We support the commissioners, and the commissioners support the residents. And I truly think that we are working together for the right of the town and the future of the town together. So we're all here to support each other. And so let the facts be as they may, and we'll see what that schedule is. But again, I just say that's what planning is for. We are here to plan, and the residents want the route to stay the same. And as far as I check, contractors are at the discretion of who hires them to do what and when they do them. Every contractor I've hired has been. So again, I commend you all. Thank you all for being here tonight and volunteering and giving all of your hours. We weren't able to get the item approved tonight, and that's okay. We'll give everybody time to go over their information and come back again at a later date. And to confirm, just so that we know, so if there's any other planning or adjustments to anything, can you please explain, because I don't completely understand it, the route that you, and I believe it's Chief, if you want to speak, Chief, the route that y'all are proposing. I think you had mentioned the route a few weeks ago, and then Andrew mentioned it, I believe, last week. But can y'all help explain, can you help me visualize the route?
Mr. Mayor, Mayor,
Yes.
can we move on with the agenda item, please?
I'd like
We
to
can
know.
have this discussion.
I'd like to know, Commissioner, I'd like to know the route. What is the route that y'all are proposing? We need to know if we're planning, if we're
Mr. Mayor,
planning and you're
this is-
asking us.
Mr. Mayor, this is not an agenda item.
You voted to put it on the
We
agenda.
voted for an update, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and I have a question about the route because
This is
he's
not-
saying that the route
Mr. Mayor,
cannot
this is
happen.
not an agenda item.
He's saying that the route cannot happen. I'm simply asking what the route is that he's proposing so that if our team needs to work towards a different goal.
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Mayor. That is not an agenda item. We voted for an update from the committees which we received.
Okay,
This is a conversation that can be had with the town manager at a later date.
okay.
Can we please proceed with our agenda, please?
I want to know the parade route that was proposed. Simply state it.
They don't have to give you anything tonight. And we did not come here tonight for any kind of confusion.
No, we didn't
And
come
I
tonight for any
don't- I
kind
am
of confusion.
talking-
But Andrew's trying to cause
And I don't want you all
confusion.
to think that we're not here to work with you all, because we're here to work with everyone. But things has to be done in order, okay? And right now, it's not in order, okay? Because I did not come prepared to vote on a route tonight. I did not. When he put this in, I was under the impression that we were going to listen to you all's update, and that was it, okay? That was it. And anything else that's come up, we're not in order tonight. And so, I feel like we ought to move on.
Okay. Will you please request the
Please,
route?
Please do not leave here thinking that we're not wanting to work with you. We all have to work together, okay? Promise you that, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. Okay, next item on the agenda is going to be remove loading zone from West Branch Street at South Pine Street, property owner's request.
Mr. Mayor, this came from the property owner of the K5 printing shop, would like that loading zone sign and that loading zone designation removed. It turns out they're, one of their employees, or several of their employees parks in that space.
If there's no questions, we can get a motion to approve removing that loading zone from West Branch Street at South Pine Street.
Make a motion to remove the loading zone from West Branch Street and Pine Street property at property owner's request.
I second that motion.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the budget amendment salaries, 2025-08. Let's look at this.
Mr. Mayor, this is an adjustment that's called for when we started out this fiscal year, FY25. We didn't anticipate hiring that 8th officer. That opportunity presented itself, and we did, so we're going to have to move some budget money around to accommodate that.
Make a motion that we approve budget amendment 2025-08.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you for voting. Next item on the agenda is going to amend the board meeting schedule for November 4th at the request of the Nash County Board of Elections. And what are they requesting?
Mr. Mayor, as it turns out, municipal elections are the day after the scheduled board meeting in November because of the setup in anticipation of the election. They have requested that this board move its meeting date, and town clerk and I have proposed 2 possible dates, one being the Wednesday after the elections, which I believe is the 5th, if I recall correctly, and and the 10th, which is the following Monday.
What's the date?
So you waiting for us to make a motion, right?
Yes,
I make a motion that we have the meeting moved to the 10th of November.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. All right, moving on. Next item on the agenda is the vacant properties ordinance working draft.
Mr. Mayor, this ordinance, proposed ordinance is just a draft at this point. Several communities, nearby communities actually, have a similar vacant properties ordinance. This is a project that you yourself have spoken to Commissioner Cohn as well. So this is the initial draft. Just wanted to let you all have an advanced view of it, and there's still some details we're going to work out with town attorney's office to finalize it and bring it to this board, but just wanted to give you a little bit of a snapshot of it to make sure that we're on the right track.
When do you think we'll be able to potentially get that draft completed and ready to implement?
Next month's meeting is pretty jam-packed. It's the budget hearing and everything, so probably the following meeting, July, August at the latest.
That'd be nice. I know y'all have been working on it for a while, so it's good to see it come
Yeah, I
through.
mean, some of it is more just policy decisions that the board's gonna need to make too, so I mean, I can
It is.
draft whatever you wanna draft, but I mean, some of this is more, I'm not sure when y'all get it, maybe you'll get it and you'll approve it, as written, but there's a chance that there may be some policy things in there that y'all wanna discuss too, so, there's that part of it too.
Thank you, and we'll need your guidance on that, so we'll turn to you to kind of,
Well,
to
no,
help us.
I'll give legal advice, but,
Right.
it's gonna be your decision, the board's decision to decide some of these policy things.
I think what the town attorney Edwards is alluding to is some of the fines, the registration costs, some of the things that may not be particularly popular with some people.
Enforceable items?
Right. And I think that's what he's alluding to.
Yeah, well, just, any, just,
Right.
just the overall, any aspect of it is, subject to y'all debating and changing. So, I don't think the problem will be getting the draft finalized, it'll be just once the draft is finalized and you see it, I'm not sure you'll be ready to pass it that night that it gets presented, because you might need to send it back with changes. So just kind of pointing that out.
Couple of times, maybe. Okay. All right, so we've got that in the works. That's good. Thank you for presenting that draft to us. And now we're moving on to reports. Chamber, is anyone here from the chamber? Okay. DDB, y'all got a lot going on. Can we get an update from the DDB? We'd love to hear. Y'all got a lot going on. You don't have to, if you want to, though.
Hi, I'm Deanne Taylor Rivera.
Hey, Deanne.
Vice President of the DDB currently. We had proposed, I don't know if Andrew, because I didn't see this as an agenda item,
You speak up, we can hear you.
I don't think your phone is.
The mic's not on.
Okay, can you hear me?
That mic's been giving me headaches lately. Sorry, Deanne. You're welcome to speak into this one.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Deanne Taylor Rivera with the DDB, Vice President of currently. We have been working on updating the logo and the slogans that we've taken from a lot of the meetings. Did Brandy send you the?
I didn't forward those to the board because there was an issue that we actually as staff wanted to discuss with the DDB. It was about the train logo and getting something that wasn't stock footage, maybe something drawn specifically for the town.
Okay.
So we wanted to take that back to the DDB and discuss it at DDB before we forwarded it.
Okay, so anyway, looks like there might need to be a revision with the symbol, but we had taken the several months of work that the community put together and what we've come together, and we're proposing some new colors, some updates, some to make it more simple and recognizable. So that's what's, since you can't see a picture of it, it's hard to describe.
You're so modest. All the things y'all are doing, the Rocket Block competition, the marketing classes, y'all are doing a lot. If you,
Also, we had our very first business after hours. It was hosted by Peachtree Country Club. And we're going to try to start implementing that on a more routine basis, whether it be monthly or quarterly, so that we can network with our businesses and find out what our businesses are needing from us and how we can help generate more ideas so that we can bring more ideas to the council as well. Steve and Brandy have been hosting marketing classes to help businesses especially with social media, because social media is a great way to expand your business and be seen by your chosen audience. And they've had 2 really successful classes and are looking to add more this coming following year. The Garden Club and I have forgotten our other sponsor for the Rock Your Block. Carter Realty are hosting Rock Your Block. So we've also done spring cleanup, and we've done a fall cleanup as well to help beautify the town. So now that we'd like to add in some more projects to where people can showcase the improvements that they're making. And so this is one of the logos that we are proposing. Well, we're not proposing it tonight. This is one of the logos we've been working on to where the colors are terracotta that symbolize our historic buildings. There is a blue, which the community has felt that some of the brainstorming that the community did, that it's a very friendly, safe place, and that's what the blue color invokes. And then there's also a green color. It's a different color than the one we currently have, that invokes growth and trust. It's hard to see with this without, there's some green and blue on that train. But one of the slogans that they came up with was tracks, carts, and friendly hearts. Did you hear that? Tracks, like the train tracks, carts, like golf carts, and friendly hearts, because our town really is a welcoming feeling to it. And then our second slogan is a town built on tracks and traditions. But you can't see them, so that's a little disappointing. So when we go back and make a little revisions, we would really like y'all to consider implementing this. We would like to put it on our signage and just have a more cohesive look to our efforts of growth. I want to go back to Rock Your Block real quick. We do have prizes, and so what we're wanting our community to showcase is their efforts of their before and after. So the before and after efforts that they're putting into improving their yard, improving their environment. It doesn't just have to be a yard, but we would like to honor those that are putting in some work, and the Garden Club and Carter Realty will be doing the judging of those, and they're the sponsors. So, questions?
That was wonderful. Thank you for that. Thank you.
So-
Yeah, the Rock Your Block is definitely going to be interesting as springtime comes out and everybody sends in the pictures to see the transformation of their yard. So look forward to that. We're going to be seeing a bunch of pictures of beautiful yards here in Spring Hope and everybody's fresh spring decorations and trees and plants that are out. And I did want to point out, I know we have moved on from it, Corliss, and she's got her hand up, President Perry from Spalding was late, and he wanted to give his update on the Pumpkin Festival, the festival part. He just wanted to say a couple of sentences, and he was late. Are y'all okay if he speaks, President Perry? Oh, yes.
So, is there anybody who has a Spring Hope address? Yes. Okay. I think it's in the city limits of Spring Hope. You have to live in the city limits of Spring Hope. Not just with the Spring Hope City Code.
All right. Are you okay if President Perry comes and speaks? And then we have a few other reports left.
It's going to be brief. First, let me apologize for getting late. I don't think you're there yet as far as Spalding is concerned. So I can speak at a later date, but Spalding would be very happy to have the Pumpkin Festival at the center. We have 10 acres there. So we can accommodate basically anything that you have, as well as Spring Hope. I was looking forward to it, matter of fact. And I guess we just have to see if you continue to go with the plans, because we're ready. We're ready. We have had a chance to go over the fields and walk and see exactly where that's going to be, or whatever the case may be. So the board and I have agreed that we are more than welcome the town of Spring Hope to use our property. So once everything has been finalized and other meetings, and because the mayor and I and the board have had several meetings about this, once everything is worked out, we will still continue to plan to have it at the Spalding Family Resource Center if that's what you want. Okay, we're more than happy, and we can accommodate.
Thank you.
So just keep me informed.
You got it. You got it. It's going to be a lively place out there, and the parking lot street dance.
I'm looking forward to, basically, a lot of people have not seen that property out there. They've only seen the front side. There's so much property in the back. There's 10 acres out there. So we can accommodate a lot of vendors, people, everything. So we'll wait for the challenge. You just give us the word and okay it, and we'll go from there. The only thing that I do ask, if you do have it there, let's make it the best one ever.
Okay,
Okay?
we'll do it.
And the board and I will make sure that we're gonna do our part to make it easy on you.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you for being a wonderful president over at the Spalding Family Resource Center. And Ms. Corliss, thank you for being a great director. Thank y'all for being here. Since it's about Rocky Block.
The flyer, I'm just saying, the flyer says open to Springhold residents.
Let's do this.
Springhold resident, but I'm not in town.
We do need to keep the meeting on track and schedule, and so we're not in public open session right now, and so to stick to Robert's Rules of Orders, we do need to continue on with our meeting, and we'll be adjourning in just a moment. And then I encourage everyone to stay for the conversation, please. There's a lot to talk about. So after we finish up the final items and adjourn, let's all talk, please. Let's stay and talk if you'd like to. Okay, moving on to the next item, we've got the code enforcement.
Hey, Mr. Mayor and Council, we know that the meeting, just for the sake of time, we'll kind of expedite through the agenda items that I provide for this evening. As you know, me and Town Manager Deanio have been working diligently on the code enforcement items for the town. Just to update, we did meet with Mr. Melvin Williams at 224 Gum Avenue. He is the resident living there at the proper time. His sister Joanne handling the estate. He is going to get in contact with her about the center block building in the back, on working on getting it torn down. Me and Town Manager Deanio did inform him that we will follow back over him over the next 2 weeks, just to see where he's at. We had a meeting scheduled for 113 North Ash Street, the Enterprise Building. Of course, Mr. Ken Ripley, former news editor for the Enterprise, did inform us that he was in the hospital in the rest home due to some health concerns. He asked if we could do the meeting virtually. We did inform him that that would not legally constitute a proper hearing by the procedure of code enforcement. So what we did was go out and do an exterior inspection of the building across the street. We sent Mr. Ripley a punch list to have completed by May 30th. He has assured us that he will have somebody to get on top of these repairs and make these necessary repairs for the building. Follow up on 807 East Dash Street with Fergie Auto Repair. Town Manager Deanio, Town Attorney Mark Evans, and myself met with Mr. Fergie and his attorney Bryce Pike on the property on April 17th at noon. We discussed the game plan for Mr. Fergie on getting the property brought up in compliance with code regulations. Mr. Fergie has assured us that he can take care of this. He has set a timeline out to work with the town on getting this completed. And moving forward is just the fines that we have accrued over the past couple of months. As stated last month, we're starting to kind of get in more of a higher end on fines. So Town Manager Deanio is working with the town attorney to figure out what we can do on this on the next step. And the only thing else, we have some zone enforcement. The building 107 West Main had a side part of the building that was kind of falling disrepair. We did send out a letter letting them know about potential safety hazard. 101 South Poplar Street, they had some items placed in the right of way, and also on the property of the old warehouse. We sent a letter out to the Stricklands. They have got stuff removed off 101 South Poplar Street. We're just waiting on them to get removed from the right of way. 102 North Lewisburg, the fence had fell into a blighted stage. I made contact with the owner. He has got the fence fixed. And just as far as with code enforcement residential, we know at the last couple of meetings, the board has expressed they want to stay focused on the commercial stuff. So we're gonna kind of still handle the residential stuff, but we're more at a different approach on it this time. We're looking for stuff that's either vacant or people that live out of town that the grass has gotten more from at knee high to about waist high that we can go ahead and write up. So we got a few that's out there that we have cited that's kind of at that threshold between your knee and your waist high needs to be cited. So we're working on that and just take a different approach here. And also, Mr. Mayor, before I step down, I would like to invite you, the board, and the town staff to the Nash County Soil and Water Catfish Luncheon, which is next Thursday at 11:30. We'll be serving dinner. 12 p.m. we'll be having an event on that program. Our keynote speaker will be Representative Jeff McNeil. He is the chair of the Ag Committee up here in Raleigh with the House of Representatives. So we'll be having Mr. McNeil speak that evening. So we're inviting you and the board to please come out. They say RSVP, but I've already told the board that if anybody from the Town Spring Oak Board Commissioner, town staff show up, show them to the front and give them a nice table and give them a nice plate.
Oh, wonderful. Thank
So
you.
look forward to, if you can, or if the town staff can come out that day, look forward to celebrating with the Ag, with Nash County Soil and Water Board on their catfish luncheon. We look forward to, and I talked with Mr. McNeil. He has a great keynote specialist that he'll be providing on the state land contract that right now we're with. Mr. Mayor, entertain any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Thank you for the detailed report. We appreciate you diligently working on everything that you are, and appreciate the invite.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Thank you. Commissioners, I did want to note that we actually have County Commissioner Freddie Howell that came to join us for our meeting. He has attended several meetings to show support for the town, just to be here, to listen and to see if there are things that he can help with the county level. He's very active in his communities, and thank you for being here. He came tonight to be prepared in case any of you all had any questions on that wastewater treatment plant project that's been going around, and also just to show his support. And so before we went over the last two reports, if y'all had any lingering questions that you wanted to get another opinion of, I know we're missing two of our commissioners, so tonight may not be a great night with two of them missing. But if there were any other questions that you guys had from the last time, again, he's here to support us. And if you have any questions for him, Commissioner Freddie Howell, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for supporting Spring Hope. It's great to see you here. And before we move on to the other reports, Commissioners, did y'all have any questions from that long meeting we had with the county deputy? Boone, yep. With Mr. Boone from the county? Okay. Okay. At some point, if you guys would like to invite the commissioners from the Nash County Board or some other involved in that project, you're more than welcome to. I wanted to make sure that they know that everyone is open for communication. So with that, we will move on. And is there anything that you'd like to say before we move on to the final report? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
This thing moves forward, just any questions you got, concerns you got, I'd be glad to answer those for you. I have been active in the meeting, so I can answer questions. And the only thing we're trying to accomplish is by June, trying to get all parties that would like to be involved in this involved so that we can form the authority. And the reason why we're trying to do that is obviously to move this project forward, it's a large price tag, a little over $100 million.
Mm.
None of us are able to afford out of our pockets individually. So the USDA is actually able to finance, or not finance, but grant 45% of that. And then we can get appropriations from the state as well, so that we can't ask for any of those funds till we form our government agency. So that's the next step. But I'll be glad to come anytime you like and answer any questions and any concerns you got to be able to help move that forward. And we'd love to have y'all be a part of that.
That in itself was new information. So at a later point, if they choose to put it on the agenda, it would be great to have you back. Thank you for supporting us here tonight. All right, next up is the police chief's report.
Everybody. This month we had 5 total listed incident reports, 392 total calls for service, 84 traffic stops, 193 security checks, 13 traffic accidents, 3 domestic violence calls, 4 fight or disturbance calls, 6 investigations with 6 cleared cases.
Thank you. Any questions for the police chief?
Appreciate y'all's hard work.
Absolutely.
Thanks for keeping us safe. All right, town manager, any items you'd like to talk about on your report?
Well, first of all, I want to thank the police for their hard work. They've had it's been an interesting year. I know a lot of calls, and appreciate their hard work and professionalism. Also want to recognize public works staff. They recently just rehabbed the ice house. It's just wanting a coat of paint, which they had planned on doing today, but obviously the weather conspired against them. I want to thank Lap Smith, particularly Bobby and all his crew. They've been working very hard on leaks and so on. Appreciate them as well. And lastly, Michelle, who's been training 2 people, Cheyenne Taylor Bell, who has joined staff, so she's getting trained up. And of course, Linda has moved into the finance clerk position, so she's getting trained up. Meanwhile, Michelle's been juggling the budget, and now we've started audit season. So I want to thank the staff for their hard work, and I'm happy to answer any questions that the board might have that came out of the report.
All right, if no questions, we'll finish off with comments from the commissioners. Commissioner Tony?
No questions.
All right, any comments, closing remarks?
None?
Okay, Commissioner Gainey? All right, thank you, commissioners, for being here tonight. We-
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. We adjourn. Thank you.
Hey, sir. How you doing? Good to see you too, man.
What is this?
Well, whether or not they wanted to actually take it up or not, we never really had any formal communication about it.
How's your dad?
Anybody. So, no, that was the resolution for the water authority.
That's where our idea is.
But if you're getting somebody to do the work, you can tell them.
No, the $1 million has been forwarded by.
And so,
I understand that.
Let me turn this stuff.
We're also
they can do the work in other areas.